Hey you, come on in. So what we're going to do right now is decide on drip feeding your modules. I want to help you make the decision as to how we are going to release your videos and your content once an excited new student comes and joins you. So there are basically two options available to you. Number one, someone comes into your online course and they can have all the modules unlocked and ready for them to work through right away. I call this unlocked, okay? Number two, they come in and they just see module one and each module unlocks week by week. So just one module per week opens up. I call this drip feeding. Okay, so everyone does. So when it comes to the pros and cons, right? Let's have a look at the pros and cons of drip feeding and unlocking. I want to share with you some of my experiences so you can just make the right decision for you, for your online course. Now, here's the thing. I like drip feeding for a few reasons. One, it forces the students to go in order, right? And just take the time that's required to actually complete the module. Like, I don't want to speed through it just because it's open. So it makes them complete all the lessons inside each module and it makes sure they don't jump around. Like, just because module 5 sounds really interesting, I don't want them to jump ahead to module 5 because I know if they don't go in order, they're more likely to get stuck. They're more likely to get confused, and that's not good for me or for them, okay? So I find that if I unlock one step at a time, they go in order and also they feel less overwhelmed. Like, just having one module with 6 or 8 lessons, that's far more achievable than, like, can you imagine jumping into the portal and seeing all the modules and then clicking inside and seeing like 40 or 60 lessons in total? Like, I just don't want them to freak out that they won't be able to do it all. Just one step at a time, okay? So that usually helps with that. Plus, there's one other thing I like about drip feeding, which is that it protects your content a little bit more, just against the people who want to jump in and copy you or just like get all of this content out and then cancel. Like, don't worry too much about this. Like, if people really want to steal your content, they can. Like, you can't stop them from recording it or sharing it. Like, it's literally never been a problem for me, and I'm on to 21 courses and I have tens of thousands of students. So if it's not a problem for me, you don't need to worry about it. But it's not going to impact your bottom line or your business. But yeah, when it comes to drip feeding, it just means that my content's more secure. They don't get it all at once. So they can't jump in, copy, steal, leave. Here's the only annoying thing about drip feeding. For the fast movers, if you're just drip feeding content, they're sometimes completing your content way faster than a week. Like, if someone's a hardcore doer and they complete the content on day 1, I don't want them to have to wait a full week for module 2. Right? So it's a little bit annoying for them. It slows down their momentum. Like, when they're just getting started and humming, they have to stop and wait. I've got to be honest, probably only 5%, I reckon, of people that reach out and say, hey, I'm finished early, I want the next module. It's not the bulk of people, right? So I prefer to just do that on a case-by-case basis. Like, if someone emails, then we unlock the modules, but otherwise it's drip fed automatically, just one module per week. Now, of course, here's my disclaimer. The very first time you launch your online course, like in just a few weeks, you'll have to choose the drip feeding option, right? Because you're building it backwards, remember? So you can't unlock because you don't have it already, okay? So you're just going to be staying one module ahead, so you can't unlock the full course for the very first time you do it. That's totally okay. That's how I do it in my business as well. But after that course is run like through from beginning to end, after like the first 6 or 8 weeks when it's all been built, then you have the option. You can have the option so that you can unlock it for people that reach out if they're moving through faster. As I said though, I recommend unlock it on a request basis only. So everyone's on drip feed unless they personally email and ask for it to be unlocked. That's what I recommend. But you can choose what suits you best. So let's jump over to my computer. Right now, I want to show you how to set up drip feeding inside your LearnDash portal.